Oh, welcome back to another edition of 42nd Street Pete's Grindhouse Halloween Extravaganza 2025. How about some late night schlock? The films that used to start at 1 o'clock in the morning and end around 3 or 4 or whatever. We got 1958's Brain from Planet Arous, starring that perennial 50s B-movie icon, John Agar. And also starring Robert Fuller, who was in it for about, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes. And what happens is that there's a bunch of, they're out in the desert and they get some kind of weird radiation burst from out in the middle of fucking nowhere. So scientists Fuller and Agar go out to check this out and find that there's a cave where there wasn't a cave before. So they go into the cave and look around, and all of a sudden there's this materializing floating brain with eyes, and it fries the Robert Fuller character and takes over John Agar. This is an invasion of some sort because this alien, I guess his name was Gore or something, was an escaped criminal from the planet Arous, and now he's going to sequester himself on Earth and take over John's body. And, of course, that goes on taking over John's fiancée because he feels urges that aliens never felt before, like little Woodies popping up. So, anyway, he does this whole thing where basically he's a guest at this nuclear explosion thing where he sort of revs it up into high gear and then announces who he is, what he wants, and how he's going to take over the world. And in the interim, another brain shows up, a cop brain, who basically needs a place to hide, but can't hide in the fiancé because they'll know, but hides in the trusty German Shepherd instead. So they figure the only way to kill Gore is to catch him between transformations where he's actually materialized. So anyway, they do another demonstration where Gore basically tells the leaders of the free world, watch this. He looks up in the air and blows apart an airline. And when he blows apart the airline, there's an obvious string that a wing's stuck to, swinging in the fucking breeze. But we don't know about that. So he gives the Earth an ultimatum. In the meantime, he's investigated and he fries the sheriff and leaves her there. The fiancé goes in and finds the sheriff's corpse. And all of a sudden, there's an interim where, boop, 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 the brain materializes in solid form. So Big John grabs an axe and takes the brain out, the big balloon and all. Of course, the other one leaves the German Shepherd, and Earth is saved. John Agar was, it's hard to find a 50s horror or sci-fi movie that John Agar wasn't in. And a lot of them are real clunkers like The Hand of Death. Then you had some A-list stuff like Tarantula, a bunch of the Mole People, all kinds of crazy stuff. But as for Robert Fuller, well, he sort of went on to a little better career with a bunch of high-profile westerns and TV shows and things like that. So that's the brain from Planet Arous. Digging deeper into the throes of the midnight shows, the late night stuff, is another one from 1957 called The Pharaoh's Curse, a low-budget mummy movie where basically a tomb has been defiled. And a brother and sister are out there trying to tell the expedition or whatever that they have to come back because local tribes are rioting and killing British soldiers and things like that. At least that's how it opens. So the lead British soldier, played by, what the hell's his name anyway? Mark Dana. I don't know what happened to him. Mark Dana leads the wife of the head archaeologist back there, who is basically not leaving till he finds out what's going on. But they meet a mysterious girl in the desert who says her brother is out there and she has to come out and get them. Well, they go out there and something happened to the brother where basically he is aging before their eyes. And you see the brother staggering away from the hospital tent, away from a horse that he just drained all the blood out of. So that's how he keeps alive. So a few other kills are done, and when you really look at this mummy, you look at the face and you say, gee, RFK Kennedy Jr. has come a long way since the 50s. So anyway, this guy's wandering around draining the blood out of people. They take an arm off him. The arm is desiccating. And then the wife of the head archaeologist is terrified by a cat creature which is outside her tent. And this wonderful effect is done by shining a flashlight on a cat statue and basically moving it along the tent till the woman comes in. So it all ends up with the mummy shambling off, and there's into this chamber where the head archaeologist follows him, where there's a cave in where he's killed, and the wife hooks up with the British soldier, and everybody lives happily ever after. It's not a long movie. It only runs a little bit over an hour. It's one of those really cheap flicks that after its late night run wound up as a perennial favorite on Chiller Theater on Channel 11 for a couple decades. So are they worth checking out? Hell, they're great for the schlock value, I'll tell you that. I mean, they're cheesy, they're low budget, but they were a hell of a lot of fun back then. And like I said, that's all we had. So thanks for subscribing, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the weekend, and we will catch you Monday with Boris Karloff.